difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on second and long. Haskins. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Going up top, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, 6-6, bullet high. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on first down is Locke. That's caught. It's Malone. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Go! 56, ready?
Lock now on first down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds. Seconds remaining.
Intended for Paul Richardson. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Strong right. We got 4. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike is it. Wild Bill. 91 to go.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Go. Let's go.
17 yards. That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike 91. Let him know.
final play of the half. It's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Back to the air on second down. Haskins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Yeah.
Now a handoff looking right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Let's go. Yeah. Back up. 56 to Mike. Ball. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 20! Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Hey, lock it. Nice, sweetheart.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Buddy up. Mike's 47. You don't want this.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
To throw again. Haskins off to Geis on the screen. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already. And they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go now. Time to end it. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he fields it cleanly. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Check, 47. Hey, echo. Both sevens the mic. Both sevens the mic. Watch the pass. 47's the mic.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Open man there is Malone. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 27 Mike. Mike, 27. He's tapping in. Check. Check. Pilot, 64. Weak. Check, check. Lucky. Smooth. Check. Leo. Get it.
On 3rd down. Block. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Haskins on 1st down. That's going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Wait. 47's the mic. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 22, check, over.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 27.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play.
It's a foot race. The 20, 10, 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Check, cross.
Now they try the right side here. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's just me and you. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On third down, it's Freeman, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Charlie.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong hole.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Geis with a carry on second down. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitched?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out. Yeah. We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
First down, Broncos.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's locked. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again they run. Again it's Geis. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll run with Geis. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Washington, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.